What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of my Byzantium playthrough, where in the previous episode we annexed a large amount of land out here in the east, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and station my troops in terrain where I will not suffer attrition. However, we just need the one stack, I suggest, to deal with instability there. Now, we can actually declare on the Timurids, guys, which I will be doing shortly. Probably not this episode. But if we look at our trade, I think... I don't think, actually. I was going to say I think we can have a trading company in Hormuz, but I'm not sure about that. I know we can in Indus. So we're getting pretty close, and I'm going to look forward to fighting these wars in this region. But in the previous episode, we integrated Aragon right at the end here, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to go ahead and delete this castle, level 2. And the main reason is because it's a bit of a liability, I think, against the Spanish, whereas that fort in the mountains is awesome. And yeah, that means that we can go ahead and state these up. If we go ahead and look at the quality of these states, we can see Valencia and Aragon are both very high, being 3rd and 5th. And Valencia in particular gives a tremendous amount of influence in the Genoan trading region, which is awesome. So we're going to go ahead and do Aragon as well. That's definitely worth. And lastly, we've got Catanolia, which is a bit further down. It's worth 33. But the thing is, it's actually worth 34 once we gain that province from France. Definitely think that's worth stating up as well. I kind of feel like this is our main region, you know. I guess the Genoan trading region. But that's pretty cool. Now we could accept... oh, look, I love it how the Castilians have gotten rid of the Andalusians, however you pronounce that, because that's a big culture group to accept. I like that. Yeah, so there was something else I wanted to do, guys, which is actually this here. We've got plenty of prestige, not worried about that. We gain prestige, but our legitimacy, my prediction is it's going to be 0. But let's get our heir with his 6 admin up and running ASAP. Grab a royal marriage there. Hopefully sorting out that liberty desire. Now we have 0 legitimacy. So let's strengthen our government. Spending a lot of military points, but that's what they're there for. Now, at what stage can we let the court and country... So we need 50 absolutism. We'll get there pretty quickly at this rate, right? Now, here's the thing, guys. I've been thinking about this. I think I mentioned last episode that it's quite difficult sometimes to get the actual unrest in order to have this proc. You need at least 1 unrest. However, with this overextension, we currently have more than that. We did just lose 1 stability, but the main thing is that the legitimacy itself actually affects your unrest. So hopefully we can do that without like butchering our stability. That's what I'm thinking about. I think we should increase, or decrease rather, autonomy in these provinces. and try to avoid boosting our legitimacy anymore to have the court and country disaster fire. Yep. Let's go ahead and add these to the burghers. It's going to give us a lot of influence in Genoa. If we go ahead and look at our trade right now, we're collecting in Venice with almost 80% of 13.5. That's a good use of a merchant, I think. Obviously collecting in Constantinople with 99 of 41. Very nice. Transferring from Alexandria, 25 ducats. It's a good use of that guy there. And collecting with 22, which may increase here as we do these shenanigans. So I think my merchants are in optimal locations right now. Triumph of Anatolia, I'm going to push off until we hire another general. Okay, our liberty desire should be... Oh, coalition diminishing. That's exactly what I want to see, because I'd love to go in against Tunis. Now, Tunis is actually winning this, perhaps. Surprisingly. The coalition is kind of boxing us out there, though. Yeah, so I think that's the best move, guys. Unfortunately, this will do some unrest, but let's try to get our absolutism up. One away. Can you see the decimal point? Shoot. I'm not sure you can see the decimal point. Maybe you can, but I don't know exactly where that is. I think 0.5 will give it to us. Yep. Great. Okay. So all we need to do is be at war. Now, there's a bit of an issue, and that's that a lot of our unrest is coming from our war exhaustion. However, it should at least, the peace modifier here will go away. But the overextension. Yeah. Alrighty, so I just want to throw it out there, guys, that because we're going to be forcing the court and country disaster, we might actually find these upcoming episodes are not all that productive. So I apologize for that, but, you know, we want to get our absolutism up to the cap of 100. It's a bit of a priority. Oh man, some of these provinces are just so great for us, I'm sure, after stating them up. I'm wondering about manufacturers. Yeah. Ooh. Valencia, beautiful. Paper here. Those are actually our two best ones, in Valencia and Barcelona. So we've accepted our institute, and the next one is going to be manufactories, which will spawn in about 7 years. I think that is probably the smartest, most wise choice of spending our money. Although perhaps that's a bit much to do both. Okay, the other thing I want to do is add provinces to the steppe provinces to the Cossacks. So I think I said last episode that I was going to do them in between the episodes. I think what I meant in actuality was I'm going to do them between next episode, because it's a bit tedious. The other thing is, how much of these provinces do we have stated up? Perhaps not that many. Shoot. You can only add the steppe, though. So we're going to do a little bit of reworking. Anything that's not Cossacks. Let's rework. Trying to get this up to 40. We're not actually pulling from the Crimea, believe it or not, as we once were. So I suppose... Oh, that's grasslands. My bad. I'm even going to add these provinces as well. So have we added everything? Not yet. So close. I think we might have to state something else up. Alright, so yeah, you can only add the steppe provinces, which means if we look here, one steppe province there that we own and one there, very little else. Jeez, man. I'm trying to hire this minister, by the way, but we need 40 influence. I think we're going to state up Moldavia, which doesn't feel the best, to be honest. It's worth 37. Which is pretty good, actually. Like, it's not too bad, especially because we can develop these provinces. Got some wine there. Makes me feel a little bit better. And speaking of development, I think that's, if we're not at 40 here, it's pretty much our only option to get that advisor, it seems. God dang it. Damn it. I wonder how many points we would have to spend developing, though. Military points would be the best choice. Well, this is probably boring for you guys, so I apologize for that. Let's have a look. Wait, what? It didn't seem to increase. I thought it was based on the development level. Oh no. Oh no, it feels bad, man. This is awkward. I think I'm going to state this up, guys, which I really don't want to do. How many states do we actually have? I mean, it's kind of worth it, though. We got only a couple states. It's a shame, because I really wanted to drop them in, you know. I mean, we're going to have so many ridiculously beautiful provinces like this, which we will be able to state up anyway, but I want to be able to state them all up, like, as soon as I do it. It's a shame, but I feel like I've kind of committed to this, so, yeah, that's the solution right there, is stating this up and adding it to the Cossacks. Feels bad, man. Oh, that's not even owned by me. So we need to do that. Yeah, that was awkward. Hopefully worth it in the end, guys. Gonna go ahead and hire that guy. So I think we have 3 advisors which are all cheaper, and that's a good use of our money. They're all hired recently, so they're relatively young. Oh my goodness, he's Crimean. God dang it, it was not worth it. Feels bad, man. Accepted the Crimean culture, lol. So we're going to make sure to spread this around. I guess it's somewhat appropriate, though, because we can convert this for cheaper as they border it. And we're not going to accept any of that once we form the Roman Empire. Okay, that was a lot to do, and hopefully let's get to business now. I'll quickly add some provinces to the nobility. Hopefully, okay, that's going to have to be okay. For now, we've got a negative modifier there. How about these ones? Yeah, so hopefully Tunis leaves the coalition. Coalition seems to be disbanding. Great. Ah, he did leave. Excellent. I guess let's go straight into war, lads. So our mission is to reconquer Tunis, which is exactly what I plan to do. However, now the court and country should begin to progress. As long as we stay at war and, I suppose, keep our unrest high enough. That was such a big coalition, but they are officially afraid of us as things stand, which feels good, man. Great. And Tunis is not occupied, so we should be able to piece them out fairly easily. And let's go ahead and max our relations. We were barely maxed with some of these guys. I think actually Austria and France we are basically maxed out, but this dude we were not. We also have one Diplo slot free, so that could be utilized with Morocco. That's something we plan to do for a long time. The other choice is, I suppose, Ethiopia. That looks like a pretty good idea. In fact, Ethiopia, we don't have to worry about integrating him. It's a hard one, man. It's a hard one because this land's all more expensive and we get a discount by integrating via diplomacy because of influence ideas. But the reality is, guys, is we're going to be so desperate for diplo points. So I think it's kind of smarter not to do this so that we can take it with our admin and we don't have to worry about integrating Ethiopia to form the Roman Empire because we don't need that land. We don't require that land. So this is progressing. And how much is it progressing? 2. Yeah, cool, each month. So let's check what do you require. I think it's just get your unrest low. Oh no, these progress due to absolutism and unrest. So even if our unrest went down, we'd still be progressing. How do you get rid of it? Ah, okay, you just need 3 stability. Great. So I think now that it's started, we're good, unless we lose absolutism. Great. It's if we lose the unrest, it just means it's going to progress more slowly. So life's good. I will try to use this stack that we inherited to... By the way, I have 2 kind of mismatched stacks, don't we? This guy as well. Yeah. Let's kind of unite them. And then we'll distribute them amongst our other stacks, I suppose. Cool. We're way over our naval force limit, and I think actually that is a smart idea. Not that keen on the galleys at this point. We have over 20 heavies in that stack. Who needs galleys? So we spent some military points there with those shenanigans, which was a bit awkward. Yeah, also, I don't care about absolutism until the court and country disaster is over. Tell me your thoughts, guys, those of you more proficient players, but I kind of feel like that's the way to go, because it fluctuates so much when you're doing the court and country disaster. You can get it quite easily, you know? And that's the reason that I don't really care about it. I don't want to boost it now when it can be boosted so easily during the thingy-mabob, the disaster. So let's go ahead and guarantee Ethiopia, and hopefully that will mean that he's safe from being wrecked any further and having his remaining cores revoked. Now our truce is also up with Clemson pretty soon, next year I believe. So that is yet more land that we can expand into, which feels really good. But I think... Oh, We can only barely just fully annex Tunis, so I'm looking forward to doing that. That's going to be real good. We could leave him with a province like that with Tlemcen, but then Tlemcen would just fully annex him immediately afterwards because he would have obtained his capital city. His only remaining city. I should be trying to box him out though. Yeah, so we can go into Tunis and Tlemcen and also Spain fairly soon. We would have to fight Portugal and Spain, but I think fairly easy. Probably Sardinia would be my priority of land that I can take, because we only need to take out Sardinia, Mantua, and integrate this nation, and we have all of Italy, which is pretty cool. Coalition has completely been obliterated by the looks of things, no longer exists in any real capacity. Cool. Oh, got a queen with Ethiopia. Wow, she's pretty nice. Oh wow, this is a bit awkward. I hate to lose so much prestige, but I think we should disinherit this guy while he's young. While our ruler is young. Oh, a little bit inefficient there with my manpower, oopsie daisies. But we're going to be just fine. This should be a stack wiperino. Very nice. Let's go ahead and blockade Tunis, although maybe it is blockaded once this province falls. No, not quite. There we go. So he's dead in no time. Oh, nice. A bit of cash for us to have. And speaking of cash, so the military advisor is probably the least of our priority. Probably Diplo is our priority, but it costs a lot. I guess we'll just save up for it. Boost that Diplo point even more. Probably going to be worth it. Wow, I would have killed for that a moment ago. Damn. That would have really helped us out. Oh well. Yeah, I might have to walk over to Morocco, to get the 100%. That didn't occur to me. I was thinking if I don't want to vassalize him, I don't need to take his capital, but of course we're not fully subjugating him. Annexing him because of that province. Excellent. Oh, I almost pieced out though. We have overextension. Yep. So let's just chill like this for now. Why don't I go for Morocco? Actually, he might have a little bit of cash if we're gonna chill in that regard. Yeah, I really look forward to like staying up around this region. That would be pretty cool. We've got a lot of Italy already. Wow, we went from 22 to 41, 39 rather, control, thanks to owning Aragon. That's awesome. 90 trade, we make more from trade than anything else. Pretty cool. There's a big war going on between Great Britain and, is it the Netherlands? The Netherlands and Great Britain, yeah. And the British are trying to just straight up annex some of the lowlands. Dude, my real dream would be, a part of me really wants to PU Great Britain because they're just so worth. That would be great. Like any real nice PU like that is really attractive, but at the same time, it would potentially detract from the rate that we could actually form the Roman Empire. Waiting to integrate them. So the court and country disaster takes 10 years' time. Which is We just lost our sick queen, but I didn't want to get that unrest modifier because we have quite some bad unrest, and we're going to go into that disaster. Yeah, it takes 10 years, but it's worth it. It's genuinely considered to be worth it. Considering that it caps out at 100, you can actually reach 100 during your golden age. I discovered on my first game played when the expansion was released. You can actually reach 100 absolutism during your golden age without doing the court and country disaster. So you can get as high as you can, and then essentially, nice. That was so worth going for him. Very good. Give me that cash, which we'll probably spend here on an extra Diplo per month. It's quite expensive though, man. Really expensive. We do have overextension, of course. Hopefully our economy can keep up as we expand more and more. I only have 2 states that we can spend. This game we have, always been so far under our state capacity. Now I was thinking that perhaps the coalition will build again. Some of the people who joined are probably under 50 now, but perhaps it will build again with the Spanish here being over 50 and the truce being up. But they usually don't join a coalition when they're fighting their own offensive war like he is. Yeah. Really nice reward for this mission. I think those are Purple Phoenix DLC missions. Somebody asked me, like, how do you get the Purple Phoenix? It took me a little while to figure that out as well, because I didn't get it initially. This is the first Byzantium game I've played with the Purple Phoenix DLC, and it's an old DLC, but if you guys are looking to pick it up, it's pretty cheap, especially if you can get it as like a Steam deal. You just have to find it in a bundle. It's actually a bundle, like the base, you can no longer buy it by itself. It's comes in a kind of a package. So I hope that helps those of you who are looking for it. We need some troops down here to fight the Mamelukes, apparently. Okay, so let's look at our unrest. See, we're under 1 now, but that doesn't get rid of it. Oh, one of the following must be true. Oh, we need to do this ASAP, and I thought it was both. Okay, and we should be good on. Our unrest should be high. Are you serious? This is stressing me out. Is this going away? Can be stopped by... It's got a green tick. I should have taken that bloody mission, dude, to give us unrest. Okay, it didn't change, though. This is stressing me out. Does he share core? No, he doesn't share core. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I think it just adjusted now. Right? Phew. Phew. That scared the crap out of me. Yeah, good. Okay, we're good. We're good. Mission complete a renode. And we don't even need good mission anymore. But that's okay. Let's continue fighting this. Ready to take another big chunk and make sure we continue progressing. Now, the other option, of course, is to just not core up the land. But we've got admin to spend. So let's spend it. Dude, Byzantium for real taking over the Mediterranean. That looks great. I love it. Oh, Russia did take a big chunk of land. Excellent. I was about to say it's really sad that Russia's just, not doing anything while we were waiting for them to go to war while we fight them. and they still haven't, but they have. They have taken some land which they should convert. Now, Rizan has had this province be Sunni his entire bloody life. And he just took humanist, which is not good. But because of his relations with the Russians, I think what we're going to find is that these cores will actually time out. And then Russia will diplo-vassalize him, just like he did here. Once he's incorporated into the Russian realm, I'm sure the Russians will have no problem converting that up. The last resort will be that I vassalize him myself, even though we're going to have border gore. I mean, if the one faith, is going to... If that's the price we're going to pay, then we're going to pay it. A bit of border gore. No big deal. How's our economy doing? Pretty good. Jeez, man. These advisors are really expensive. This is the first time myself personally has ever had such expensive advisors. Although they are half price, I just mean having 4 and 5. We do get a small burst of power projection when the Russians become invalid, which is cool. But unfortunately, we're not going to have 100 for a long time. This game, Morocco expanded, eh? It was Portugal, I think. I think he might have defected from Portugal. I mean, he owns that. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to be taking something like that, and I would say, well, almost certainly, that by the time our truce comes up, Clemenceau will be 100% annexable because of the war score reduction here, but also our absolutism will be much higher by that stage. So that's pretty cool. Trying to get some relations with Ethiopia, so that once we're at peace, we can just diplo-vassalize his face. I'm quite happy that we had low legitimacy in the end, guys. We were able to boost that absolutism up while we were swimming in. Cool. Free province converted. Excellent. Don't know exactly where that was, but it's not a bad thing. Uh-oh. Our show superiority is at risk here. Let's try to force march in and use... We don't have much maneuver. God dang it. Hopefully we'll make it in time. They're the same tech level, but this guy's got a bloody good general, a little Italian, Northern Italian, and we made it in no problem. Yeah, we were able to get the court and country disaster because our unrest was low quite easily. I did play, I think it was my German game, guys, where that German game that I played, where I uploaded updates, was just insane. Like, it was the best bloody game ever, and it was kind of too good. One of the biggest prices that I paid was trying to get the court and country disaster to fire, Just sabotaging my own nation to get my stability lower in order to get the event to fire. Now we're at 19. That's good, not too far behind in Diplo. Trying to smash these out as fast as we can. France is down here. France has really kind of pulled through for us. Hey, awesome. So, do we go for the harsh treatment 50% or the admin efficiency? I kind of feel like we go for the admin efficiency, guys. I know everybody's been suggesting me to do this, and I've never really sort of sat down and crunched the numbers. But the same thing that we did there in Aragon, we're going to have the opportunity to do that a lot. Decrease autonomy, rather. because of the amount of land that we're going to integrate, but also state up. Yeah. And we've already got the disaster to fire, which means my absolutism is going to be quite high afterwards, in my opinion. We've got the 1 yearly absolutism. I'm just going to take that admin efficiency. It just feels so good, man. And that does nicely reduce, damn it, the war score. I'm going to try to move his, no, that's inconsequential. I was going to say move his capital. So because Morocco declined, he didn't get the sort of event to colonize this province, which is a bit awkward. Meaning that we can't go straight down into West Africa, which is something that I would really like to do. Just like my Hungarian game, we would actually need a colonist, I suppose. That's far from ideal. I think I like that more. Just looks better. I love converting like a total savage the way that we are. It is beautiful. Yeah, so our next move is to go into Spain, but I kind of forget, I've only done it twice before, what it is like exactly to, you know, suffer this disaster. What I do know is that it's, coalition buildage. It's surprisingly, you know, I was intimidated when I first played my Hungarian playthrough. I was like, a disaster that I've never experienced before. Scary. And with that in mind, once I did do the Court and Country disaster, I was like, oh, this is a joke. Like, I could have done it easily. But what I mean is, so I mean, it's not going to break our country or anything like that. There's like zero likelihood. But what I mean is, I'm not sure exactly how I would feel about expanding, etc. Oh, Spain is the defender of the Catholic faith. Well, it would be really good to go in against him, I guess. Oh, no, this is not good. Get rid of some aristocrats. Really? Feels bad, man. We do have some troops here, though, to deal with that. Okay, it looks like there's going to be a spawn wherever we remove the nobility. Really, is this region not stated up? That's right, it's in the Venetian. And, we also took it via conquest. But it probably would be worth stating that up. Sorry for doing that, by the way. I could have just looked in here, I know. I just thought I would come across the nobility province sooner than that. Yeah, nobility not particularly happy with us. I want to see when does one of these modifiers go away. About 8 years. Hopefully we'll sort out our maintenance cost after that. 8 years has passed. Yep. Europe thinks they can take us, but of course, one of the things that affects their the enthusiasm. No, don't lose my war score. Poor France getting wrecked. I don't think I can get past. No. One thing that affects the coalition's enthusiasm is the fact that we're fighting a war, albeit a pretty easy one. Now, who's somebody we border? Yeah, Spain. We've got so many diplomats. Let's just jam a high-level spy network in here, because he's ahead of us in technology. Let's just get it up real high. And we might find that we can just drop the odd claim on some of his high developed provinces, like a 20, and you know, it gives a very small, but I wouldn't say completely trivial, considering the fact that we have our diplomats free bonus in regards to integration costs and so on. Who is Great Britain fighting? He didn't seem to expand, did he? And he's just exiled out here, is he? Not, he was not exiled though. He's walking around. What are you doing? Fighting Cherokee. What are you doing out here, bro? I guess he's just a bit derpy. He was fighting the Netherlands, and you know, go on walkabouts. A lot of unrest, and we're usually a very stable country, but we're going to expect to see more of that. As no, what the? But why? Oh, guys, feels bad, man. That's awkward. Okay. We must have been close. That feels really bad, man. A modifier left us. Alright. So we're just going to try again. I hate that. I hate the fact that that happened while we're playing. Like, while I'm recording. God damn it. Okay. So. We're fairly close. Now, this is going to be more... Not much. Not much more of extension. God dang it. Ah, god dang it. I think... I have to cancel some of these. Feels bad, man. That 25%... Yeah, sorry for this, guys. That's really awkward. Trust me, I'm really disappointed. We must have had like a modifier that I didn't realize of -2 from something else. Because our unrest just bounced up there. Yeah, religious unity does affect it. And I've been sorting that out. So I have to keep that in mind when we take a chunk here, a big chunk, that I don't sort out the religious unity. Because it affects our unrest. Oh man, that's so bad. Feels bad, man. Okay. So, the question is, who are we going to go to war against to have it fire? I think it might be Spain. I feel like, yeah, keep Spain out of the coalition. Okay, so we've had a revolt here. Let's not convert that province. I'm just going to cancel this until we get a look at our unrest. Oh, that really sucks. That really sucks. This is a bit of a bummer. I dropped the ball a little bit there, guys. I could have managed it better. So that's annoying. I'm really frustrated. But it is what it is. It's a big revolt as well. God dang. See, we're now Captain Admin. Let's reduce our inflation. We're not making nearly as much money as we could, considering that we want these all to be 5s, and they are 50%. Ideally, rather than going through any nonsense, we can just hire regular advisors. So I think inflation is fine. Taking up for -5, like, is something I might do, but I would prefer to take up for cheaper, if you feel me. We can spend it on other things. Bloody coalition's building up. Man, that's so lame. I failed us. I did have it in mind that, like, I could just not core up these provinces, you know? And that would, you know, we would be more unstable, but I thought we were overkilling it there a bit. We were fairly close as well for the bloody event to fire. God dang it, our legitimacy is still low, which still helps us out, but this time was wasted a little bit, which feels bad, man. Yeah, so we're going to be at like 90 overextension, so that's a... Holy balls, Austria's... No way. No way. Austria just ravaged that rebel stack. What the fuck? What the fuck? Austria? What a savage. He was outnumbered like more than 2 to 1, I think. Damn. Okay, let's try to get out of this war ASAP. Appreciate you, Austria. What a champion. Okay, I guess we're getting army professionalism here. We're not using that many mercs, which is good. And our manpower's bloody high, which is also good. And I'm kind of hoping if we stand on this province here and just take little occupations that we can just get out of this war without actually taking any more forts. Oh, we can get out right now. Whoa. Clemson has quite some cash. Take 400. Okay, so... Oh man, we're barely over. Okay. Well, theoretically, if we don't... Wait, what? No, it takes some time, does it? I'm freaking myself out. Recover Hispania. Oh, that's a nice reward as well, though, the reputation. Oh, the dream. Yes, please. Heck yes. Let's do that. Cool. So I plan to fight this guy regardless, but I'm hoping that... Wait, what? Why are we so stable? I need to lose the stability, guys. Why are we so stable? I don't understand. It's like I take overextension and I'm more stable than I was previously. Okay, I guess we need to lose stability. So, cancelling a royal marriage. We're at peace though. Let's do Ethiopia. Like, our war exhaustion was 1 initially at the beginning of this episode. Okay. Okay, there we go. It did just take the end of the month. Jeez, okay. Okay, so we're 1 over. That's with no war exhaustion. We're good. So I apologize for this guy's little bit of a delay there. I would have liked to have ended this episode with that disaster triggering, and I dropped the ball a bit there. Let's do Triumph for Anatolia. First, though, let's spend our prestige getting rid of this air. We've got 50% chance of air, appropriate. Let's do Triumph of Anatolia, giving us more prestige and army tradition. Nice, just in time to roll another general because... Oh! Nicodemus. Some crap like that. What a champion. Fantastic. Alrighty, guys, and... yeah, I'm hoping because the Spanish, we have some vision on them. I haven't seen any... Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to declare, like, literally... Wait. I'm going to save here right now. He's not in a coalition. I'm going to declare right now because he could very well join a coalition. But really looking forward to Recover Hispania. Giving us, yeah, 50 admin and prestige. Cool. So we have quite some admin, speaking of admin, which we can spend coring up land. But I got to make sure that we maintain this overextension at least until, we can time it a little bit, but at least until the Court and Country disaster fires. And yeah, worst case scenario, we state up a province or we tech up for -5, so not too worried about that. But what I think I will try to do, if we have the war score, guys, as well as taking all of this, I'll take Sardinia as well so that we own all of Italy with the exception of Mantua. Yeah, I was looking forward to vassalizing Ethiopia, but that will have to wait until after this war. And hopefully I can end next episode with this disaster firing. What I plan to do, if it's not clear, is fight one long war against the Spanish, ultimately taking out this land, but also triggering the Cordon Country disaster, because one of the requirements is that we're at war. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for, dropping the ball a little bit there, and hopefully we get things back on track next episode.